Hello everyone, today I'm using trash to create treasure. And I'm using these 3 free to me items. Stick around to see how I transform them to fit my decor. Welcome to my channel. I'm glad you stopped by today. This is JunkerNecker and my name's Leah. Today's video is part of a monthly challenge that's hosted by Casey from Coffee with My Sunshine. Casey's channel features lots of budget decor with a farmhouse flair. This month's co-host is Julia from the Mug Life DIY. Julia also features budget decor on her channel, but with a boho vibe. If you're not familiar with these ladies, check out the links to their channels that are in the descriptions. And I'll also be putting a link for the playlist for this challenge in the descriptions. The first piece I'm working on is this little iron chair that was a dumpster find. The only thing that I'm going to be doing to it is cleaning off some of the rust and dirt by using this brush attachment on my drill. I concentrated a little more on the leaves to bring out some of the shiny metal underneath. Next, for the plant stand, I had to peel off some of the plastic coating that was cracked and falling off. And for the bird cage, it just needed a good sanding down with some 220 grit sandpaper. I lightly sprayed the plant stand and the bird cage. I didn't want to cover up all the rusty areas. I just wanted to give it a little fresh, whiter look. Now they're ready to decorate. I'm going to be stacking some books in the bird cage. No, I'm not going to use To Kill a Mockingbird showing in the bird cage because that would be wrong. I'm using some pieces of maps from my World Atlas and just picking out some colors that I want showing. Figuring out what I want showing on the spine and then cutting it to the size of the book. Sorry I'm out of frame here, but I think you can see what I'm doing in that bottom left corner. I'm just putting some hot glue on the front edge and the back edge and sticking that map into place. I wanted to tie the book stack together, so I found this wide lace ribbon and just wrapped some around the books, cut the length that I wanted, and tied it in a bow. Yeah, that didn't work out. Take 2 on the bow. And I tied it in a bow. There we go. I know the ends of the ribbon are terribly uneven, but that doesn't matter because it's going to be hanging down, draping, and I dovetailed those ends. Next, to add a little hint of color, I used some of these from my stash, some little silk roses. And I picked a few blue and a couple of pink and a couple of yellow and just tucked them right under that bow. I also have a little cardboard cutout of Home Sweet Home, but at this point I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with that. So you'll see that later. With some of the scraps from covering the books, I made some little rosette paper flowers. I just cut a circle and then cut that circle in a spiral and rolled it up. I got the idea from Indiana Jones' channel, and she could give you a much better tutorial than I could. I just rolled it up, adding some hot glue here and there, and that's how it turned out. Now I just give it a little extra dot of hot glue at the end there. Then I had some pieces that I cut into a leaf shape and glued them on the side. And there's the little rosettes. I wanted them kind of draping down from the top, cascading down a side of the birdcage. So I glued them onto the remaining piece of lace ribbon that I had. And yes, I did glue them to my cutting mat, but thankfully it wasn't terribly hard to pry them off. I wanted a colorful bow on the top, so I went back to some more scrap pieces and just made some loop-de-loops with scrap paper and stuck the ends together and made a paper bow. And finished it off with another little rosette on the top. Now, I didn't think far enough ahead about how I was going to attach it to the bird cage. But luckily, there was a pipe cleaner laying nearby, and I thought, yep, that'll work. So I just flipped it upside down and hot glued the pipe cleaner on the back. And there we go. There's the bird cage. I put in a little yellow bird that I got for 90 cents on clearance last year, and a binocular box in the bottom that I thrifted. There's my book stack. And I had a couple of extra books that I put on the bottom there. The chair, all I had to do with it was add some greenery and some lavender, and I think they turned out really nice. Thank you so much for watching today. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already joined my channel, please do so. See you next time.